Okay. Let me see. Let me get onto my YouTube and then we'll go ahead and discuss what I think about DNF Duel's future and DLC and all that crap. Just personally what I think. Let me see really quick. I'm going to do a little voice test. Okay, so voice test is done. Let me get the mic a little closer to my mouth, like I'm sucking some cack. Okay, so as I'm recording this, it's August 28th, as you can see on the lower right. August 28th, 7:17 p.m. at my time. As I'm recording this live, and as you'd probably be watching it later as it's uploaded to my YouTube channel. So, they're saying that DNF Duel is supposed to have a balance patch and a new DLC character by late August. Well, they got about 3 more days left, so I don't think it's going to happen. I could be wrong. I actually kind of hope I'm wrong because I really like DNF Duel. I like it 7 million times better than Mortal Kombat 11. I'd rather watch two random old people have sex than play Mortal Kombat 11 again. Fuck that game. It'd been a while since I was begging for a long time that something just get me the fuck out of Mortal Kombat 11. I hate this game. Then DNF Duel came along, and when it first comes out, it's it was pretty cool when it first came out. I'm gonna give it that. Where's my other one? I had two up here. I guess we'll search for it. Fuck it. So I loved it when it first came out. The only thing is though, once people started Steam charts. Once people started figuring out, okay, the infinite combos, the who's the best characters, that's when it kind of started to suck a little bit. So, what I don't like about DNF Duel is I don't like the combos that take about 15 or 20 seconds to do. I don't like the fact that everyone I'm playing is either Berserker or Ghostblade. That really that pisses me off. So I'm not a big fan of that. I'm trying to go to the Steam charts. I just had it on my freaking thing. Where did it go? So I'm not a big fan of that. It feels like I'm playing one player Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Here it is right here. I played one game. I made one video on my YouTube channel of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because the first match I got in, a guy hit me with two combos and I was dead. So I'm not a. Here's what I think. I don't care how much meter you have. What's your super bar? A combo should never, ever take 20 seconds to do or take about 70 to 80% of your health. I have it on stream somewhere too. A Hitman player. He didn't touch me. He was damn near dead. A Hitman player with his super took 100% of my life. You can look that up on YouTube. There's players out there that know how to do a 100% combo with Hitman, and I'm sorry, but that's fucking bullshit. When this game first came out, there was a couple of infinites, and that got patched really quick. I know Crusader had an infinite, and Grappler, maybe somebody else out there, but I know those two had an infinite. So there's videos of people like losing tournaments because of that infinite. So, what DNF Duel, in my opinion, has to do is they got to get rid of the 15 to 20-second combos. They got to get rid of literally dying in two combos. If they're going to keep that, what they need to do then, they need to have a combo break, kind of like how MK11 has. They need to have a combo break. They have a guard break, which means for those of you who don't play this, you can't just sit there. You can't. So in this game, you can't die from chip. You can get chip damage, but you can't die from chip. Kind of like Street Fighter 5. You can't die from chip. But you have a blocking bar, which is called your guard meter. If that breaks, then you become vulnerable. So you can't just sit there and block and wait for an opening. So they have what's called a guard breaks, which basically is you kick or slash your opponent away for you so they can't keep trying to chip you out. What they also need to have too, they need to have a combo break. It's not fair that a hitman can take 100% of your life. That it's not fair that Berserker and Ghost Blade can kill you in literally two combos. I'm not exaggerating either. Literally two combos. They both take about 15 to 25 seconds each too, which is so when you're playing, that's very, very, very annoying. So they got to get rid of these combos. They got to get rid of two combos killing you, and they have to have some kind of combo break system. But I don't think that's going to happen. They did just release a patch, but the only thing the patch did is it made disconnecting less frequent, and also in the beginning when this game first came out, if your opponent dropped during the title screen, like so for example, oh I don't want to play that guy again, fuck that guy, they would drop the game or rage quit. You would have to watch the whole intro cinematic and you couldn't skip it. Now and then after the whole intro happened, it would say opponent disconnected. So they got rid of that basically. So if your opponent says in the beginning sees at the title screen like, "Oh no, I don't want to fight him," or "I don't want to fight him again," and they drop, basically it's the disconnect screen pops up before the intros happen. That's all that changed. That is all. There was no balance patches. They didn't make nerf or buff anybody. They didn't change any game mechanics. And so here's why I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I don't think there's going to be another patch or DLC. So this screen that I've had up for like at least what a good 3 to 5 minutes of my rant. This shows how many people are playing the game. At its all-time peak, we were at 11,400. Right now, there's only 131 players. I'm going to round it off. There's only 130 players playing right now. About the last 24 hours, its peak was 176, 175.6. That's not a lot of people. 130. That's probably you probably see more going to your grocery store. To be honest with you, you definitely see more people at your employment. So playing right now 131, no, they're not going to waste their money and their resources to make a new balance patch in DLC. That's what I personally think. Why would you do that? Let's look at other games though. Let's look at the game I hate the most, Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 right now there's almost 2,000 people playing and this game fucking sucks. Good god, is this game is horrible. But you're going to get a match though. That's another thing. When I'm playing, I'm having so much difficulty getting a match. When I do get a match, 98% of the time it's a Ghostblade player or Berserker. So I'm like, okay, fuck, I gotta deal with this shit. I either beat him or I don't beat him. Okay, next match. Guess what happens? It's that same Blade player or Berserker. Mortal Kombat 11, you're gonna probably fight somebody else. Let's take a look at another one. What's your Street Fighter 5? I'm not. I'm looking forward to Street Fighter 6, but I'm not a Street Fighter 5 fan. Or is it V? Yeah, here we go. Okay, here we are. Street Fighter. Right now, there's 2,300 people playing that right now. At its peak, 7-day peak, so it's averaging around 3,000 people a week. Same thing. You're gonna find somebody to play. Somebody's too challenging for you. Chances are that you'll find somebody different on the next match. Okay, now Guilty Gear. I played this game for a little bit, but because of work and everything, I grew out of it. But I am trying my absolute best to get back into this game. Look at Strive. Averaging 5,000 right now. There's 3,400. So this is a game I'm really trying to get into. Really, 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 really trying to get into because it's fun. It's fair. You're not gonna. It can be cheap because the zoning's pretty cheap. I also don't like that wall breaking shit that they have, but other than that, it's fun. Back to Duel compared to 131 people, man. Come on. They're gonna waste money on DLC. They're gonna waste money for their team to patch. No, they're gonna be working on their next fucking project. I mean, look at that. 11,000 people used to play this game. Now a low hundreds playing it now. Shit. Okay, but let's stop being negative for a little bit. Let's say okay, they do get a patch. They do get some DLC out. Great. Great. I hope they do. I'm not counting on it though. But let's say I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong. And I hope I am wrong. I fucking hope I'm wrong. Who's going to be the next DLC characters then? So, oops, I just X'd out of it too. I saw it right up there. Okay, because this game's based on one of these RPGs. I spelled Duck and Dungeon wrong. One of these RPG games online. So here we go. Here we go. So see if you go to community, how do you go to your class? And that's another thing too. This game's free. Dungeon Fighter Online's free. I downloaded it. I played it. I did not like it. However, a lot of people like this game. That's one thing too. If you invent something, you're not. Hopefully, you're gonna please a lot of people, but you're not gonna please everybody. I have nothing against people who like this game. This game has made over $1 billion. So trust me, they are not losing any sleep. That fact that me or maybe a few people don't like it. So like if you go to there's it's like Diablo a little bit. There's male and females. So like if you go to Slayer, it'll show you what kind they have. Like Berserker, he's in the game. Berserker's in the game. Ghostblade, this asshole's in the game too. Two assholes. So who would they put in? I would say I really don't know. Let's say there is some DLC, right? And they have 4 or 5 characters. They're not going to release the 4 or 5 characters in one DLC. The last game to my knowledge, and I could be wrong. I am wrong. I'm talking to my personal knowledge that did that was Mortal Kombat X. They released Triborg, Bo Raicho, um, who else? Alien. Who else was in there? Somebody else was in there. Oh, Leatherface. They did that. They did that, and that was the biggest mistake they made because they lost a lot of players. And like, okay, these guys are back. Let's get back in there. A lot of people came back, but after a few days, they dropped again when they realized, okay, this game still sucks. Okay, I don't like them. What games started to do, Street Fighter's done this. They'll announce the whole 5 or 6 characters that are coming out, but they release them one at a time. They release, like for example, they would release, okay, Akuma. A couple months later, Jury. A couple months later, Guile. Not in that particular order, but that in particular fashion. Mortal Kombat 11, those motherfuckers, they did that too. They had Shang Tsung as the first DLC character. A couple months later, Nightwolf. A couple months later, Sindel. One fucking year later, they release Spawn because they know that that tactic brings the players back. They know, okay, Spawn's gonna be here in a year. Okay, once the year comes, I love Spawn. I'll buy a copy of MKX or MK11 and play Spawn. So that's what I think they're gonna do if they have DLC. But the thing is, they have so many people in here. Who is it gonna be? A lot of people think it's gonna be a female Slayer because Slayer already has 2 of them. So there's Swordmaster, Demon, Slayer. I mean, if I and that's another thing too. When I play this game, I didn't play all these classes based on looks. Demon Slayer would looks pretty good. They both all these female Slayers look really good. Who else in here? Because I have looked through this before I'm talking. I've looked through this list. I can tell you what I like and I don't like. Why isn't it going back? Come on. There we go. Okay, so fighter female. I've heard people in the comment sections of other videos too. They want to see Brawler in there. Not Brawler. Where's she at? There's Striker right there. She's in the game. That looks nothing like. Am I on the right one? That does not look anything like Striker. Brawlers, female grappler. Huh. Maybe they changed the arts. That does not look like that woman. Why am I have to press back so many freaking times? Character info. Where was she? Dun, 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 dun. Who would I like to see? Okay, so as far as mage goes, I would like to see a glacial master in the game. to go up against Swift Master. And by the way, everybody hates Swift. That's another thing I forgot to leave off out of my rant. Swift Master, greatest character. He's in the tier list. He's not known as S tier. He's known as God tier. Same thing. He has every tool you can possibly imagine. 20-second combos. So I wouldn't really want to see Dimension because it looks like Swift. I would just like to see Glacier because the videos down here, he looks really cool. I'm a Sub-Zero type of guy, and you got Glacier. You got two masters, so I think that would be cool. You go to Agent. There's already two agents in the game. There's Troubleshooter and Hitman. And that looks nothing like the Troubleshooter in the game. Yeah, without the glasses. So I don't think there's going to be another agent. Another thing too, most games, not all, most games don't listen to their fan base. They put whoever the fuck they want in there. Mortal Kombat's notorious for that. They waited so many years to put Spawn in. People wanted Reptile, they said fuck you. They listened to Melina. A lot of people were upset about Rain because they're like, okay, he's been DLC twice already. You could have fucking used Reptile. You could have used Ermac. Nope, let's use Rain. So some of these, based on looks alone, look really cool. I know Dragoon looks really cool. Kind of looks like that guy from Metal Gear, Raiden. So I know I would like to see Glacial Master in there. I'm a big, even though I main Ranger, I'm really into female characters a lot too, like Jury. These all look good. So Dragon Knight's the only one in there. So who else? Who else? Who are the male fighters? I already click on them. I know Brawler's it. Yeah, there he is. Grappler's in the game. Looks nothing like Grappler either. And in this game too, when I played it, you can't customize your character. I think they changed these arts to make them look like not the people in the game. Because I remember looking at this before when I looked at Gunner. Ranger looked like Ranger. Yeah, that looks like him. That looks like the real rate. This Ranger launchers in the game too. So I don't think they're gonna put in another Gunner type. My opinion. But then again, my opinion. Hopefully I'm wrong. I don't think they're doing DLC. I really don't. But let me know who you guys would like to see. Let's go through a lot because Elementus, that would be a good one. That would be a good one too because the only one there's a Chantress, which that looks like Enchantress. That looks like her in the game too. Battle Mage looks cool, but Summoner looks cool too. So those can be some good picks. Thief. So I think the only thief is Kunichi. So yeah, Rogue and Necromancer. That right there, Necromancer looks fucking cool. I think she'd be a good pick. That kind of looks like the Kenichi in the game. Shadow Dancer. Shadow Dancer looks sick too. So that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see Glacial Master, and I would like to see a female thief. Is there a male thief? Because by the way, guys, I don't play this. No, there's only thief, and they're all females, which is cool. Rogue looks cool. Out of all, God, I think Shadow Dancer and Necromancer would be really fucking cool. So that's what I think they should do. They should put in Glacial. Well, not what they should do. What I would like to do is Glacial Master, another thief. Let's see what the priests are. She's in the game. Does it look like her? Yeah, that looks exactly like her in the game. Crusader's already in the game, so I don't see. They might do it though, putting in a third class, or not a third class, a third character for a class. So I don't see priest happening. I don't see gunner happening. There's already two gunners. There's two slayers already. There's two fighters. There's one male. No, there's two mages. There's just one thief. What about a dark knight? Well, that's just the character by himself. So I don't know, guys. It's pretty tough. There's two agents. Huh. I don't know. It's pretty tough to tell. It's really tough to tell. So, like I already said 27 times, I'd like Glacial Master and another Thief. That's what I would like personally. A lot of people want a female Slayer from my reading comment sections. A lot of people want a brawler too, a female brawler. I kind of don't want that because she just looks like, Striker when she goes Super Saiyan, so it doesn't look like too much variety. But that's who I would like to see. And once again, guys, like I said, I don't see it. I don't see it happening though. Hopefully I'm wrong. In a perfect world, they would patch this game up and they'd put in some, anywhere from 3 to 5 DLC characters, kind of like what Guilty Gear is doing right now. But the thing about Guilty Gear, the reason it's working is because people are still playing. So Guilty Gear, people still picked up, Happy Chaos. They still picked in that big guy. What's his name? Something Gold Dix, whatever. I don't know. Bridget just came in from Evos. And so, oh, and a Testament too. When I get back into Guilty Gear, I really want to pick Testament up. Um, I don't know what her pronouns are. I mean, the game, in her game's bio, it says non-binary. So I want to pick Testament up. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Who do you want to see as DLC characters, if they have it? What would you like to see in patches? I've heard a couple of people when I am streaming this game live, they say in the comment section, "Oh, I can't wait till they patch it." Truth is, me too, but I'm not hoping for it. So once again, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna be working the next couple days, be really busy. When those days pass, I'm gonna be playing some Guilty Gear. So hopefully you guys can join me then. All right.